5 years younger is Amirov. As you can see, the height advantage will go to Amirov as well as the experience will go to Amиров. Let's go back to our ring announcement and get things cracking.
Лиги Eagle FC, весовая категория до 65 и 800 грамм. Представляю бойцов. Боец в синем углу октагона. Ему 30 лет. Вес 66 килограмм. Его рост 169 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд 3 победы, 0 поражения. Представляет клуб New Champions. Ставрополь, Россия. Встречаем Бахтияр Оразгельдыев. Его соперник в красном углу октагона. Ему 25 лет. Вес 66 килограмм и 100 грамм. Его рост 176 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд 9 побед, 2 поражения. Представляет клуб Абдулманаба Нурмагомедова. Махачкала, Россия. Встречаем Мавлет Амиров.
All right, round one coming at you here as the featherweights throw down. Amиров taking on Orazgельдыев.
You see Amирov practicing some of those takedowns before they announce the fight. So I'm looking for that if I'm Bachtiar.
Well, it is an all Dagestan matchup here. One from Kaspiysk, Dagestan, the other from Makhachkala. And this fight is officially on and popping. Amирov in the black and the red corner. Orazgельдыев in the black and the blue trim. And you see that height advantage, but the experience advantage definitely has to be respected here. You know, 11 fights for Amирov, only 3 for Orazgельдыев.
Orazgельдыев is looking good, though. I'm probably butchering the name, but he's doing a great job of movement.
It's pretty solid, actually. You're getting there, Kev. You're getting there, bro.
I'm working on it.
You're going to be right at home in Dagestan next time you go over there. Next time you pop into Dagestan for a little bit.
He's keeping great pressure, staying tight in his defense behind his shoulders, not letting anything through easy.
Keeping that range, though, is Amирov. Good lateral movement. Orazgельдыев, though, you can tell, man, he is swinging with bad intentions. And you take a look at that record, you can tell why. I mean, he's a finisher. It's what he does.
Yeah, he's got some firepower. I'm definitely on my toes if I'm Amирov. Because one shot is going to change up the whole game.
I mean, it's key to point out that Amирov has never been TKO'd. He's never been finished. He's only lost via decision. So...
yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from him. He's doing a good job. Popping the jab, keeping just outside the range of most of Orazgельдыev's big strikes.
You know, a lot of time you get a couple of good strikers, 2 very talented fighters. It's the grappling, it's the wrestling that makes the difference. But it seems like these two are happy to stand and trade, which nobody is going to contest. Everybody's happy with that.
Yeah, they're warming up. They're getting warm underneath this hot sun.
Yeah, you can see that sunlight just kind of beating down. And
yeah,
I mentioned it before, man. I done a Bellator fight at a NASCAR track, and the mats were so hot that it took off the soles of some feet in there. It was very, very hard to watch.
Yeah, this is.
Luckily, they kept this one covered the entire day, so you got to hope that it's not, 100 degrees on that mat, but who knows?
Maybe later into the night, but that's definitely a factor in these fights for me.
And it'll keep fighters from going to the ground as well. And I noticed that when I did call that fight, when I announced that fight out in the sun, the guys didn't want to be on the mat because the mats were scorching. So they stayed on the feet. They moved around a lot. You're kind of seeing that from these guys, so you got to wonder if maybe that's a factor right now. Orazgельдыев moving in with the big right hand. He's been teasing it. He has got some mega power.
Yeah, kind of both guys content to have a boxing match here. With Amирov working behind the jabs. And Orazgельдыев trying to throw a big right hand and a big left hook. I'd like to see some body work from both of them, though. They're kind of head hunting and trying to put each other's lights out, but sometimes you put that work in on the body and the legs like he just did there, it'll open up that headshot later.
It seems like Amirov just a little gun shy right now, not poking that jab out there, not really using it. Now we're seeing a little bit more, but he knows the power, and I think he respects the power of Orazgельдыев, and he doesn't want to eat that counter.
Yeah, you can tell even though these punches are hitting his arms, and he's doing great with the defense, he's throwing with a lot of heat and a lot of power still. Maybe later in the fight he'll start to open up a little bit more, but while they're still fresh, it's still first round, one of those shots could really put him on his ass. Beautiful knee there. Slightly missed.
Nice little combination by Amirov. He only 8 arms there. I keep seeing our sponsor over here, Meat by Khabib. I want some meat by Khabib. You know what I mean? Like, that's got to be good. That's got to be good, bro.
Pause. I didn't even see that. I'm not paying attention.
And then we saw the dope commercial for the Gorilla Energy, and I want some of that too because that was good, man.
Maybe Gorilla, but you can have the meat by yourself.
You're taking this a whole different direction.
Yeah, it's
taking
not
this
for
a
me.
whole different direction.
Not for me, son.
I hope nobody screen captures that. We don't need that.
You can see him start to put in the body work at the end of the round there. So, great round, back and forth. It's hard to score, though. I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Great round, tough round. Both guys really putting in the work. And I guess no stools tonight.
Yeah, that's hot. Somebody's got to get some stools in for these guys. You're already making them fight the sun.
Stools.
And here you see Orazgельдыев trying to get in with those big punches, and him just Amirov just keeping him on the end of his range.
He hasn't taken too much damage. I mean, he really hasn't. I mean, you like the aggression, and listen, when you got kind of a stalemate, that aggression sometimes will give you the round over your opponent.
There you see that knee that he just barely missed and slipped on the come down, but the knee actually was very good. I think I would like to see a little bit more kicks from Amirov.
A little bit of a feeling out process in round number 1. Both guys, I think, respecting each other as far as the striking goes. Going to be interesting to see if we see some grappling here. Are we going to see, one fighter try to take it to the ground? And obviously with the Dagestani wrestling background, both these guys certainly have it in their blood. Are they going to use it, though? Are we going to see the wrestling tonight between these two fighters that seem to be very happy to stand and trade? And we are enjoying it here. Round 2, big matchup here at Eagle and Niza.
Yeah, they're happy having a boxing match, but Amirov does have to switch it up a little bit. Throw some kicks in there, throw a little bit more knees. And that'll even open up his punches even more and let them get those jabs through.
And Orazgельдыев is staying right at his range, too, kind of staying at the end of his punches, but Amирov just doesn't seem comfortable enough to really let his hands go. I think he wants to play counter.
Yeah, but you got to give a guy something to think about. Throw a little bit more of those knees up the middle, something up the middle to not let him just walk you down like this. Because even if the strikes they're similar in strike count and nobody's really getting hurt, that forward pressure looks good in the eyes of the judges. There we go. There's a nice right hand.
Amirov starting to get a little bit more fresh, starting to get a little loose with his punches. Orazgельдыев, this guy doesn't have a lot of wasted movement. I mean, everything he throws is usually on the money. And now the first shot of the fight is Amирov, and he couldn't quite bring down Orazgельдыев. He got around the back but couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, you might see why they haven't been wrestling right there. He put a lot of effort into that shot and didn't get much for it.
Bachtiar Orazgельдыев in the black and the blue. Strong fighter, undefeated, has not tasted defeat yet in his young career. Both guys certainly players in the division.
Amirov is starting to find his distance a little bit more. Some of these strikes are starting to get through.
Still to come, we talked about that triple main event. 3 title fights tonight. 1 middleweight title fight for Niza Fighting Championship, our co-promotion here in Kazakhstan, as Orazgельдыев continues to battle.
Great power, but look at the hips and the wrestling experience from Gavdiev.
I mean, exactly. I mean, it's, when you look up, you know, a sprawl and you look at the hips, I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. I mean, that's right by the book. As before mentioned, the Niza Championship, the middleweight title on the line. We're also going to see our bantamweight championship here at Eagle FC. Hapalov, our champion, on his 4th title defense. A very, very special fighter. We'll see if he can keep his undefeated streak intact as Orazgельдыев is starting to tag him here, Kev. And this is not where Amirov wants to be. Now a desperation takedown attempt.
Beautiful left hook and an immediate sprawl right afterwards. I think he got sick of sitting on the outside, eating those punches. He wants to get on the inside and land some of these big shots.
Orazgельдыев has never made it out of the 2nd round. This guy has only finished within 2 rounds. We'll see if he can keep that streak alive.
Beautiful wrestling from him. I mean, to keep that forward pressure
big
and
swing
always
and a
be
miss
ready.
with that knee.
Got to keep fighting there. Got to keep fighting. I mean, he's doing a great job at the 2nd half of this round. Oh, beautiful right hand there. Put him on some skates. And again,
I think he wants to keep that streak alive.
Yeah, he's
I don't think he
finish
wants
this.
to get out of the 2nd.
He's trying to get him out of there.
Now he's mauling. This reminds me of Khabib. This reminds me of that mauling, just trying to finish the fight.
Yeah, the power on these shots here is rare. He's got to watch those elbows, though.
My goodness, he is a man on a mission right now. Orazgельдыев looking to get this finish.
Yeah, he's trying to hurt this man.
Wow, big left hands, right hands.
Great
How
counter
longer
pound.
can
Oh my
Amirov hang
God.
in here?
You know, but if Amirov can survive this onslaught, it might look good for him. But
Yeah.
right now, he's got to keep tying him up. He's got to find some way to break that posture and not let him get these big of a strikes off. Because he's throwing heat.
Yes, he is. Right down the middle.
This
Big
is not
ground and
looking
pound.
good.
He's
He's
going to have
got
to
to work.
stop
He's
it.
got to work.
Yeah, put it in the
There it
books.
is.
Orazgельдыев stays undefeated at Eagle FC 48. What a finish. Kevin, this guy, man.
Yeah,
That was nasty. Bad intentions. Big finish tonight.
Those were great finishing instincts, too. Didn't burn himself out. He actually took his time, picked the right shot, and put a whole lot of power into that. You can see him still laying on the ground there. But look at these shots. I mean, all of his body's into it. He's turning his hips over it as if he was still standing up.
Yeah, a lot of power and just mean. You know, just mean finish.
Mean intentions.
For Orazgельдыев.
Mean intentions.
This guy is trouble in the division. I mean, he is stout, he is ripped, jacked, and we saw a little bit of the takedown defense, the sprawl. I mean, he's got all the tools. This is a guy that's going to make a lot of noise here in Eagle FC, and it's only a matter of time with that undefeated streak that he really gets a big step-up opponent, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, for me, it was the takedown defense was the most impressive. Yes, a lot of power on the strikes, especially on the ground and pound, but to keep that forward pressure and be constantly ready for a guy to shoot in on you and get your hips down and away like that, it shows you really a well-rounded fighter.
Just really quick reflexes, you're right. I mean, he was able to go from fully committed striking to takedown defense just like that. I mean, that's special.
Yeah, he's putting in some work. He's putting in some work, and he's going to be ready for whatever challenge comes after this.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what the next one is. As you can see, reaching out perhaps to Khabib, cage side. Big finish. We'll go to our ring announcer for the official decision.
Итак, дамы и господа, рефери остановил поединок на 4-й минуте 41-й секунде второго раунда. Техническим нокаутом добиванием. Победу одержал боец с синего угла Бахтияр Оразгельдыев.
Bахтияр Orazgельдыев with the W. here at Eagle FC 48, NISA Fighting Championship 41, Big Co Promotion in Octow.